crash, honey yacht, dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. They on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the...
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's the 47th meeting of the AFC and the NFC as they battle in the 2020 NFL Pro Bowl game. And wow, a gamble here right off the bat, an onside kick to begin the game. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. So an onside kick. Fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Coleman, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
14.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, 17 yards. And the AFC will have it 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Bell. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. And Stafford's going to be taken down. That's a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At their own 30-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And a big no-no last time. A safety to make this score 2-0 where we stand now. So, see if they can atone for that mistake.
You give up points. But on the flip side, the positive side, after you punted the ball away or kicked it away,
defense held.
Defense held for you. So there's a little bit of relief there. Now they know they can get back out on the field, run their offense, and try not to put their defense in a bad spot again.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford with a catch made by Hopkins. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
To a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aaron Donald able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Stafford. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the NFC will take over first and 10. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Watch twist! Watch twist! Hey!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Julio Jones once again the intended target. But now it'll be third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Move! You got three down. Tight guard, alert.
From the shotgun, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Stafford. Got him in. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there. A first down. Now a first down throw. Stafford. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown! Antonio Brown, 54 yards, and the AFC has taken the lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Wilson to throw again. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check three, check three, check three.
Here's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
.51 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. The first throw now for the backup Mahomes. Going deep for Walker. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this throw caught left side. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Elliott on first down, got to get this back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On second down, Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 12 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang.
They go play action now. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there.
Alert! 53, ready.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He finds Hopkins complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Easy. Double right.
Stafford now to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Could be four-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Call that a gain of 11.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been four-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
On first down, it's Stafford. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Here's second and 10 now from about the 32. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And only able to get two here. Stopped at the 30. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. From the gun on third down, Stafford. Caught here by Bell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal. On second and goal, Stafford, and that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins there to make the grab, and the AFC adds on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And it's a touchdown.
I have have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And fresh off the pick six. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like when we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Airing this one out for Evans. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete here. Evans once again the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Pressure, and the AFC gets to him for the sack. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get real.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Stafford.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is Bell on the dump off. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Vernon Davis. As the first half is winding down. And the NFC able to cut into that lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 18-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play, that's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Second down and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford. A screen to Bell. So we reach halftime of the 2020 Pro Bowl with the AFC on top, as we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The AFC takes over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10.
32.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
Forced out to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Makes it 3rd and
14. 14.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flushed out right. He can run and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. But how does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that? Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz works perfectly that time for Landon Collins.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Stafford.
I got you, boy.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5.
Go.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Check 43.
try and run for it with Elliott. And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense for the AFC set to go now. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half. Maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes us back to being kids, doesn't it? Because I know at some point your dad did the exact same thing mine did. Okay. It's okay to be confident, son, but overconfident, that's not a good thing. And that's maybe what we saw here. They thought they had this thing in hand, had full control, and guess what? They got to find a way to get back to where they were before.
You think Papa Davis and Papa Gordon would get along?
I think they'd get along just fine. And you know something? They'd still be giving us advice.
Absolutely.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, it's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Looking end zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Switch.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, 22!
Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. It finds his target, Fuller. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Stafford. Got him in. It's Brown. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Give me radar.
Here's Stafford. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last 2 seasons, a one-score game as we play here in the 4th.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and try to help their team win down the stretch.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A gain there of 21 yards. Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into...
They've got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. So the big play changes the complexion of things. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. It's complete to Hopkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. I call it no gain there on the first down play. They'll try again with Bell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now the NFC going to call the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hurry up, get set. 40 got. 40 got. Go, go, go. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, check. Move. We go, we go.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Alert, 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 alert.
Wilson wants to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson looking end zone for Jones. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Check it back. 4 down, 4 down.
To throw again, Wilson. Airing this one out for Evans. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
22!
Throwing again. Stafford. And the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
3rd and 14.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
They're not ready. You ready? Look at
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, check. Hey, middle. I got you. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Good on.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick.
Good stuff. Keep going.
Intercepted. The NFC takes over 1st and 10.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Looking deep for Julio. It's caught inside the 25. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's